Bro, the fucking U.S. Marshals got my house surrounded.
Bro, what? His brother, this nigga got 5 stars and he playing in passive mode.
I provide for you, never lie to you, keep you wide of the mix, baby, you will never be involved. We've been vibing a couple inches.
The most dangerous family in music history. Whatever happened to this nigga, man? Like, real talk, like, I'm still playing 33 to this day. I swear to you not. He's really been MIA. Like, he dropped a few singles. What was it? Sip, that was pretty good. And then I'm pretty sure there was another one before that. But other than that, for real, like, I ain't really been hearing too much from bro. Like, he been missing for a minute. I don't know. And this video came up out of nowhere too. But hey, we about to let me find out Polo G really like the mafia in there.
Polo G did the admirable thing and used his fame and success to support his family.
As you
but
should.
It all backfired on him.
The moment and second that I got my shining spotlight, I was willing and ready to put it on my family too. That's just the type of person I am.
1 month before his album dropped in 2023, U.S. Marshals were outside his home looking for his brother.
Bro, the fucking U.S. Marshals got my house surrounded. They got my fucking house surrounded, gang. What the
Bro, what?
His brother,
This nigga got 5 stars and he playing in passive mode. Yo, what you got going on, Polo?
later charged with murder. And in June of 2024, footage emerged of his mom threatening his sister with a firearm.
Get the fuck off my shit! You tough! You tough!
And it seems like too much of a coincidence.
Bro, that's your daughter. Like, what? Bro, this just goes to show you that you can take people out the hood or you can take niggas out the hood, right? But you can't take the hood out of that nigga. Like, that right there just goes to show you everybody don't deserve success. Everybody don't deserve your hard work and your ethic. Like, you can't take everybody with you, bro. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And that right there is a perfect example of that. What? Like, on everything, I promise you. Even if that is, like, she's a threat to the family. The way I see it, what? You gonna pull a fire on your daughter? That's insane.
That while all this was...
By the way, it should never get that serious. I don't care what nobody say. You live... Obviously, we don't know what's going on, but you live in too nice of a crib to be going off on your... What? To even bring that type of energy. It don't make sense, bro.
on, Polo G's 4th album suffered continuous delays, which allowed all of the hype and momentum that he had built up over his career to die down. So has Polo G's family blown it for him? And could this serve as a cautionary tale that you should never mix family with...
In other news, North Carolina residents are going to, as long as you live within a zip code.
Exposing my state.
As a family-oriented person, it's very difficult to separate Polo G's story from
the whole family look lit.
In fact, he first got into music through his older sister, Leilani.
Yeah, like my sister, one of the real reasons that I ever started to take up music, because I seen all the attention she'd get from all our family, like, where they'll put on Front Street to sing and give her a lot of attention from that.
Polo's story is very similar to other Chicago rappers, but Polo argues that his mother was a parent who tried harder than everybody else to prevent him from getting on the wrong side of the law. But this only delayed the inevitable, and Polo got involved in gang activity when he was 17.
Okay, now I'm even more confused. Where's my cranberry juice? This is the same mother. Keep in mind that just put a gun out on her daughter. We're not going to get past that. I'm sorry. We're not letting that slide.
In an interview with Vlad TV, he said, I had a different upbringing though. Like, I used to want to hoop and my mama cared more than everybody else. So you feel me? She wouldn't let me go off and do all that. But when I got older, it's like, I don't want to ask you for this. I see you struggling and you need help yourself, so I'm going to just help myself. At 19, Polo had spent a year in and out of jail for selling weed and robbing cars. At the same time, he was also a semi-successful YouTube rapper. However, it was while in jail that he was told that there was a buzz growing behind his music, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity was waiting for him when he was released.
You feel me, during my incarceration, like every time I phone home, like people was telling me, like, you feel me, your music going up out here, you going crazy. And then just sitting throughout that time, I was just thinking about it heavily, like when I get out, I'm gonna be at that nonstop.
Polo G would stand out from the many other rappers from Chicago due
And
to
you
his
chose
melodic
right.
singing and the emotional depth that he brought
Really
to his
chose
music,
right.
particularly in relation to the trauma of living in Chicago. Record deals started flowing in and he needed a manager, so he decided that he would let his mother do the job.
Well, my mom was like always like a businesswoman. Like she used to do like property management and stuff like that. So she always had a business mind. I just ended up like putting it into her head like maybe you should do this because that's the only person I feel like I could trust in a slimy game like the music business.
Despite not being from the industry, her background in property management meant that she was good at reading contracts and negotiating. And it was these transferable skills that led to Polo G not just signing the first deal that came to him, and eventually signed with Columbia Records. Polo would also help his younger brother too, and help him on his way to becoming a rapper.
I got kicked out of school. My brother, he was shooting up to the top, so I'm seeing him doing it. I'm like, damn, like, why can't I? You feel me?
One of Polo G's biggest ambitions was to make his little brother Tarion a successful rapper in his own right. He went by the name Trench Baby in reference to how the streets of Chicago are often referred to as the trenches, and this name in itself would become a warning sign for things to come. In an interview with Camp Capone News, Trench Baby made the rather revealing statement that despite his brother moving his entire family out to LA, he was still very much involved with his former life in Chicago.
I feel like I can physically leave Chicago, but I can't leave Chicago, if you know what I mean. Like that shit, I don't know, it's just my people's back there. I got so much, feel me, going out there. It's like I can't just get all that shit up, like, feel me.
Well, I mean, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got love for the people back home, but at the same time, home ain't doing you no justice. So sometimes you gotta decide and pick which one it is that you want to do. You feel me? Whether it's gonna be I'm gonna stay the same, remain the same where I always been at, or I'm gonna elevate and move on towards something else that's gonna better benefit me. And you gotta decide. You gotta pick and choose that. But this look like a young nigga. I ain't gonna cap. He definitely a young nigga. This young, like, did y'all see that previous photo? That's young nigga energy right there. Come on now.
G, meanwhile, had a very different view of Chicago and had settled in LA.
Climate of Chicago, like, feel me, like I could turn around and be a billionaire. I could donate to 20 million charities. I can live in Hollywood as long as I want to, but when I come back to Chicago, it's still, they thinking of it from...
And when you listen to Trench Baby's music, he's not the greatest MC, but either. For whatever reason, his career didn't really take off. However, Polo G has said that he uses his
I have never heard any of his younger brother music at all. I don't even know if that's, I don't know. Maybe when I got the time, I'll go investigate. Maybe.
And other friends when testing out new music, and how Trench Baby is one of the few people he knows who can give him an honest opinion.
I play music for my family, like my immediate family, like my brother. Like everybody who I work with and my team too, like I got a family bond with them. So like everybody gonna tell me the truth. So I'm always like, they know I'm a bug with it too. Like, you fuck with this for real, man.
Yeah.
This shit hard for real. Like, tell me the truth. I don't want nobody around me like, yeah, this everything hard.
Trench Baby would ultimately become part of Polo G's entourage. And in June of 2021, both Polo and Trench Baby would get into serious trouble with the police.
Behind the driver, he's sitting behind the passenger seat. Shit, we next to each other. We get pulled over and it's like 10 police cars.
Damn.
Now we get pulled over and they tell us they've been following us since we hopped off our jet, all type of shit. They just tell us like oh yeah, everybody in the back seat.
Why was you following me? Matter of fact, how did you even know that I was arriving at said time frame? How did you know that, man? That's a real question. Why were you watching me since then? Like, what if I'm just trying to have a vacation? That's it. Like, I'm just trying to chill. Like, I'm just traveling or I'm conducting business. Nigga, like, what? How did you even know? What? I stopped at Wendy's. Was you there at Wendy's too? Like, bro, what? All jokes aside, I just don't get how. Matter of fact, let's just, we're gonna wait a little minute.
Other than the driver, gotta identify themselves. So we like why? Hell no, we ain't finna get y'all out.
Wait.
Gotta identify. oh yeah, everybody in the back seat, everybody other than the driver gotta identify themselves. So we like
Everybody other than
why
the
hell no, we ain't
everybody
finna get
other
y'all
than
our
the driver has to
identity. Like what we
identify
being pulled over for? Y'all just put us over for nothing.
This led to an altercation between Polo G and a police officer where he faced multiple criminal charges, including battery of a police officer. However, these charges were later dismissed due to insufficient evidence. This Miami trip was for a listening party.
I was about to say, ain't no way they got away with that. That don't even make sense. You pull us over, you want everybody to identify themselves. Then boom, right? I ain't even did nothing. Ain't no way y'all got away with that in court. That whole situation just sounds stupid.
His third album, Hall of Fame,
We
which
don't even
debuted at
need no
number
more
1 on
context on
Billboard.
that.
This
Album was
placed
fire.
Polo G on the history books as
That
the first
album
rapper to
was
have
fire,
all of his
no
albums
cap.
reach platinum, and had a commercial rise that outshone the likes of Drake, Eminem, and even Jay-Z. This album was arguably a top of the mountain moment for Polo G, because when trying to follow it up, fans were left waiting. At Rolling Loud in 2022, Polo was teasing his fans with a new album.
What I got coming up next, I got an album that I'm dropping with Southside.
Hold on, y'all.
Eventually, it was agreed that his fourth album, Hood Poet, would release in September of 2023. But a month before this album was scheduled to be released, Polo G was in trouble with the law once again. But when you look at the actual case, it looks as if it was his little brother Trench Baby that was mostly to blame.
This nigga can't catch a break.
On
I
August
swear
23rd,
to you.
2023, Polo G's Chatsworth mansion was raided by police, which led to both he and his brother being brought to a local jail. However, the police had initially raided the mansion because they were searching for Trench Baby, and Polo G got charged because police found Polo G's illegal short barrel rifle inside the home. The strangest thing was that Trench Baby was...
Why does that matter? If you hear from, I'm sorry, if you hear from my younger brother, right? What does my firearm have anything to do with anything that y'all got going on? I don't care, bro. I don't care. Alright, it was illegal. I get that, but it ain't got nothing to do with what you were initially here for. You just want to take me in. I get it. You just want to take me. You trying to take my life away. Like, bruh, I know. I got 4, 5, 7 cars. You don't. You hating. I get it, bruh. The glaze is insane. Come on, bruh. Like, bruh, what? They weren't even there for him. Yeah, he still ended up in handcuffs. They were there for his younger brother. The world ain't fair, bro. That just goes to show you.
With robbery, despite living in his brother's $4.9 million mansion. A report from the LA Times read, the LAPD said that on the evening of August 15th, the victim arrived at the home of the suspect, whom they allege is Tarian Bartlett, or Trench Baby. While at the house, police said the suspect pulled out a handgun and asked the victim to transfer money to his account. While the victim complied, police said the suspect also demanded that he empty his pockets. The LAPD initially had a warrant for Trench Baby's house in Granada Hills, presumably paid for by Polo G, but the authorities learned that Trench Baby was staying at his brother's house, so they obtained a separate warrant for Polo G's home. An article in TMZ claimed that this robbery supposedly...
Alright, all of that sounds orchestrated. All of that sounds... Alright, so first, they were initially looking for Trench Baby. Then they got a separate warrant for Polo in the mix. They been plotting. Cause even I'm losing track just like listening to it. Like, and then first of all, nigga, your brother got M's and you robbing. What? Your older brother got M's and you robbing? I'm telling you right now, all my brothers, if I have M's, there is no reason for you to be taken from somebody else. You have absolutely no reason to be taken for somebody else. The amount of disappointment that I would get from that, just from hearing that, like, really, bro. Because I don't care. Like, I tell all my homeboys how it is, for real. Like, I'll let them know if they did something stupid. Like, I'll never condone nothing like that. I'm not gonna support nothing like that. I ain't got nothing against you getting to the bag or working hard, but we gonna do it correctly. We gonna do it right. We gonna make sure we doing it the right way, nigga. They been watching, bro. Whoever's in the background has some type of plan to just permanently take this nigga down. I don't know what it is, but something. That explains the delays and all that shit.
Due to all of the legal troubles, Polo G decided to postpone the release of Hood Poet. But this album delay seemed trivial compared to what happened to his brother in November. After his initial charges, the LAPD did further digging into Trench Baby and came to quite an alarming conclusion. Trench Baby was charged with murder. Trench Baby was connected to a drive-by shooting of 20-year-old Deshaun Berry, who was apparently from Chicago and was known as Low Row. This incident took place in North Hollywood, where he was found deceased by paramedics. And while Polo and his brother both had criminal histories, getting charged with murder is obviously a devastating blow to anyone and the people around them. So you can clearly sympathize with Polo G continuing to delay the album and the promo and tours that come with it. However, Trench Baby's lawyer Bradford Cohen has argued that there's very little substance behind this murder charge. He said, "The case against Mr. Bartlett is an example of the Los Angeles State Attorney's Office trying to charge a young man with very little physical evidence and a lot of hearsay. No murder weapon, no motive. His cell phone does not place him on the scene, no gunshot residue, and there's no eyewitness identifying him." And whether this murder charge is valid or not, it was the publicity behind this story that led to other stories about Trench Baby coming out of the woodwork, and how there was seemingly more than one robbery he was involved in. And shockingly, he was doing these robberies by using Polo G's name. His robberies would usually go as follows. Trench Baby would invite a cameraman or industry professional to do something for Polo G. When they arrived at the location, they would quickly discover that Polo G was not there, and then they were being robbed by Trench Baby. According to DJ Academics, this has been an open secret in LA circles.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. The conversation in the industry for the last year is that Polo G brother has been running around here robbing every cameraman, every videographer. He robbed even a couple streamers, doing all type of fuckery. I'm just being honest with you. And he's been using Polo G's name. Now, to me, that was odd. If your brother, who has a lot to lose, is the famous rapper, why are you running around here robbing people, pulling out guns, having people at gunpoint?
Academics went on to say that people started thinking.
And that is a valid point right there. This just goes to show even family will end up putting you in a situation that will either ultimately or eventually like take you down. Like, there's no way that you could possibly want to see me win and you out here doing all this other shit. Like, bro, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything I can. I provided you a place to stay in the mansion. Some people just ignorant, bro. And ain't no changing them. Like, no matter what you tell them or no matter what, like, there ain't, or even, like, bro, this is crazy. Some people just don't deserve to be in certain spaces, and this is one of them. Like, you got a successful rapper as your older brother, and you're doing every straight ignorant shit, bro.
Polo G was behind these robberies.
You hear that, Polo?
And then using his name behind it.
By the way, and Polo G, if you probably will see this, so I'll tell you this directly. It got so bad, niggas thought you were lining people. Just to let you know. There was a thought that you were lining up people in the industry for robberies and other things. Come to find out you had nothing to do with it. That's just your brother wilding out.
One of the rumored victims was the streamer Annoying TV. According to Vlad TV, Trench Baby told the streamer that Polo G was going to give him an interview, and he asked him to come over to a studio to meet him. Lo and behold, Trench Baby pulled out 2 guns, took all of his money, and made him PayPal him $50,000. Annoying TV was trying to build his career as a hip-hop streamer, where he was already quite established as a personality streamer. So he did.
Yeah, this nigga is tripping. Yeah, Polo, you gotta get him out of there. That or whoop his ass.
Around the corner, straight to the streets.